Hey y'all, I'm T the Brand, fellow lashpreneur and lash marketing educator. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how I do a full set of volume lashes. Our client is already in the suite waiting, so let's get to it. Before I start any lash service, I always give my clients a lash bath first. It always surprises me when new clients tell me that they've never had a lash bath from their lash artist. So definitely set yourself apart. Take care of your client's natural lash health by giving them a lash bath before you get started on their lashes. Doing the lash bath before removes any dirt, any debris, any oils, anything that could be sitting on the lashes that could potentially cause your client to have poor retention and poor bonding while you're trying to get those extensions on the natural lashes. So this is why I always start with a lash bath. After I get my clients' lashes clean, it's time to tape down their bottom lashes. I always ask my clients to look up at me so that I can see the fullness of their lash line and get that hydrogel pad right up under it. So I don't put the hydrogel pad close to the lash line because I don't like whatever the residue from the lash, from the waterline does with the hydrogel pad. It just makes some funny looking ridges on the pad, which makes me think that whatever the product is on the hydrogel pad is getting to my client's eye. So I put the hydrogel pad lower than their lash line and then make sure that I tape on top of it. The purpose of me still using a hydrogel pad is to soothe the client's under eye as well as make the tape removal process a little bit easier. I use the gentle medical grade Next Care tape, and it comes off really easily. However, I just like to be extra careful, and that's why I still use the hydrogel pad. When I'm applying my tape, I apply it in an X formation, going from the outer corner to the inner corner to cover as many as those natural lashes as possible. Once my client lets me know that nothing feels like it's poking or sticking them, I go ahead and get started with the next step. The last time this client got her lashes done was maybe about a month and a half ago, and she still has some lashes hanging on. We're gonna, of course, start with her a fresh set, so I'm just going in and getting these lashes off, either using the pop-off method or the banana peel method as shown in this quick video. Now that I've gotten those lashes off, it's time to prime her lashes. I use the primer from thelashsupply.com because it is a water-based primer versus an alcohol-based primer. Alcohol-based primers can sometimes dehydrate the natural lashes to the point to where you can't get a good bond of the extension to the natural lashes. This is why I prefer a water-based primer, and again, I use the primer from thelashsupply.com. You can shop online and use code T10, that's TEE10, and save 10% on your orders. And if you just so happen to be in one of the Dallas-Fort Worth locations, you can use code TFlashStore10 to save 10% in store on your orders. When I'm applying my primer, I just put a drop or two on the tip of a micro swab and go in and make sure I coat all of the lashes. After I have the lashes lightly coated with the primer, I take my lash fan and just dry her lashes to make sure no product is left with. My next step after priming my client's lashes is to go in and map. As you can see, she is about to get a cat eye. Well, you can't see that right now, but she's about to get a cat eye. And so what I do with my cat eyes is I find the highest arch of my client's eyebrow, and that is where I will place the longest length of lashes. From there, I'll place the inner corner length and kind of fill in the middle to make sure I'm creating some balance. I also do not use the lines in between my numbers because I like to make sure that my lash lengths are gonna mix seamlessly and not have like a strong cutoff point. So I'm just going in and filling in those numbers for the map right now, and now it's time to move on to the next step. I use the Lash Artist Premium Choice Collection from thelashsupply.com. I've been using their lashes since 2020, their glue, their tweezers, and so that's why they are my faves. And now that I've shown you guys the lashes that I use, I'm going to go ahead and get my client's eyelids taped up. This new lid tape is something that I found on Amazon. It came in a pack of like 800 of these sheets, and they work like little band-aids, but it's taped for your client's lash lid. So far, I like them. I haven't had any issues with them, so I'm going to get through the 800, and I'll probably give an update on my thoughts on these things, but they work pretty well. Now, when I'm taping my client's upper lid, I am am always careful to not open their eye. The purpose of this is just to lift the natural lashes off of that bottom tape. If the eye is open when you tape up the lid, this is usually what causes burning or redness at the end of the service for your client's eye. So you might want to take your small lash mirror that looks like the dental mirror to look from the front side and make sure that you don't have your client's eye open. Now, as far as the adhesive I'll be using, you guessed it, it's from the lashsupply.com. This is my favorite adhesive from them. It's the Flex 4.0 adhesive. You should definitely give it a try. The retention from this is chef's kiss. The Premium Lash Choice Collection, these are handmade lash fans. So I do make all of my lash fans by hand. I also make my classics by hand, and that's really just the wet set or the all natural set as I call it for Powerhouse Lashes. But these are handmade fans. As you can see, I use the pinch method, and then there are also, the Lash Supply also has pre-made fans or pro-made fans as well as easy fans, and I have used them all. In my beginner lash artist days, I used the pro-made fans, and now 2024, as of July 2024, the Lash Supply has a new collection of pre-mades with thinner bases. I cannot wait until my package arrives in the mail so that I can give them a try. But anyway, these are the handmade lash fans. As you can see, I don't really have a method for how I lash. For whatever reason with this set, I just went in and marked the starting point of each length. So as you can see, I'm putting the lengths, just kind of building it out so I know where to start putting the 12s, the 13s, and so on and so backwards. So yeah, I'm just doing that, and I work sometimes on both eyes and sometimes I work on one eye at a time. It just depends on what feels most comfortable to me, for me at that time. So that's that. So now that you've seen my process in slow motion, here it is in a sped up version. I did work on one eye at a time, and clearly that's just what was most comfortable for me. But now we can move on to the ending part of my lash service experience. When I get done lashing, I always remove the upper lid tape and the head covering first, because I don't want the lashes to start blowing around when I go in to dry. So I'm just gently removing the upper lid tape and that head cover, and then I'm gonna get her lashes dry. I do like to use a nano mister or a bonder before I dry my clients' lashes. For most of my clients, I now use a nano mister, but for clients who need a little extra love to hold their retention over a little longer, I go in with my super bonder from the lashsupply.com. And after I get this applied, it's time to actually get the lashes dried. Bars. When I remove my hydrogel pad and under eye tape, I always start from the outer corner to the inner corner. This way it doesn't do any pulling to the skin, or if it does, it's very mild, very light, and won't cause any type of skin irritation. After I get both of these hydrogel pads and tape removed, I turn my light down so that my clients don't have a shock factor to their eyes after having them closed from so long and then open their eyes up to their bright light. So I turn my light down, and then I ask them to try to open and make sure nothing feels stuck, nothing's burning. Once they confirm that everything feels okay, then I go ahead and hand them the mirror, and it's time to take a look at these lashes. And that's just that on that. I hope that something in this video was helpful and helps make your lash journey a little bit easier. For more content, follow me on Instagram at IamTheBrand. That is where I teach all things marketing and branding and how you can grow your lash clientele. That's all for this video, and I will see y'all in the next one.